Have you ever felt so overwhelmed by life that it seemed nothing could ease your heart? Hardships are universal. They don't discriminate. Whether it's the quiet struggles we face in our own homes, the stress of exams and work, or the unimaginable trials in war-torn regions, every human being cries out at some point, "Ya Allah, help me." Picture a Syrian mother in a refugee camp today, holding her child tightly in her arms as the winter cold bites. She prays, not for wealth or fame, but for warmth, safety, and a sense of peace for her little one. Her dua rises in the night air, humble and heartfelt, just like the prayers of countless others around the world. And in the Quran, we find a timeless reflection of this human plea in the story of Prophet Yunus, peace be upon him. Trapped in the darkness of the belly of the whale, he called out with a heartfelt dua, "La ilaha illa anta, subhanaka inni kuntu min az-zalimin." There is no deity except you, exalted are you. Indeed, I have been of the wrongdoers. The simple yet profound prayer reminds us that no matter how deep our trials, turning sincerely to Allah can be the key to relief and hope. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, have you ever made dua in the middle of the night wondering if Allah was listening? Maybe today your situation feels heavy, but your heartfelt prayer is never unnoticed. Share a time when your dua was answered in a way you didn't expect. Your story might inspire someone else to keep hope alive. Before starting this video, don't forget to like this video because it gives us a lot of strength to continue sharing beneficial content. And I invite you to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell to stay informed of our next publications on the Islamic faith. Share it with your loved ones and leave a comment to tell me what you think. Thank you and good video. Understanding dua as hope in hardship. Dua is not just words we whisper in moments of need. It is the lifeline connecting the servant to the Creator. When life feels overwhelming, dua becomes a bridge, a channel through which our hearts find comfort, guidance, and strength. It is not only about asking for relief from difficulties. It is about transforming the heart, reshaping the way we perceive hardship, and deepening our trust in Allah. Consider the doctors and medical teams in Gaza, working under blackout conditions, with electricity cutting in and out, performing surgeries on injured children and families. Before every incision, one doctor pauses and says, "Bismillah," a dua that acknowledges Allah's presence and asks for guidance. That small, sincere act of calling upon Allah is a reminder that even in the darkest conditions, dua brings clarity, courage, and hope. This truth is reflected in the Quran through the story of Prophet Musa, peace be upon him. Facing Pharaoh, the tyrant who oppressed his people, Musa called out to Allah for strength and guidance. His dua was a source of courage that empowered him to confront seemingly insurmountable challenges. Like Musa, when we sincerely call upon Allah, we tap into a divine support that transcends the limits of our human strength. Now, take a moment. Pause this video for a second and whisper your own dua. Even if it's just a single heartfelt phrase, Allah is closer than you think, listening more intently than we can ever imagine. What dua gives you strength when you feel weak? Share it below. Your words might give courage to someone else going through a similar trial. The dua that never fails. Among the most powerful duas taught by the Prophet is the one Prophet Yunus, peace be upon him, recited when he found himself trapped in the belly of the whale. La ilaha illa anta, subhanaka inni kuntu min az-zalimin. There is no deity except you. Exalted are you. Indeed, I have been of the wrongdoers. This dua is remarkable because it works universally. regardless of time, place, or situation. It begins by acknowledging Allah's oneness, reminding us that all power, mercy, and wisdom belong solely to Him. It praises Allah, elevating the heart in humility and reverence. And finally, it admits human shortcomings, showing sincerity, accountability, and the willingness to turn back to Allah. These three elements together make it a profound plea that touches the heart of the most merciful. Think of Sarah, a cancer patient in the United States. Every day, during chemotherapy, she would whisper this duo, seeking relief and strength. Even on days when her body ached and hope felt distant, she clung to these words. Over time, not only did she feel an inner peace and courage to face her treatments, but later, she went into remission. Her story is a modern testament to the power of this timeless dua. The Quran beautifully recounts how Allah rescued Yunus as, from the darkness of the whale, the sea, and the night after he sincerely made this plea. In that moment of utter despair, a single sincere call to Allah turned what seemed like the end into a new beginning. Now, take a deep breath and say it with me right now. Even once. You never know which moment Allah accepts. Let your heart speak, and let the words carry your trust and hope. Write this dua in the comments so others can learn it from you. Your simple act of sharing could be a lifeline for someone in despair today. Hardship and relief in real lives. Hardship does not discriminate. Across the globe, Muslims face trials, war, illness, poverty, and loss. Yet in the midst of these challenges, countless hearts turn to Allah with the dua of Yunus as, seeking solace, strength, and relief. This universal prayer has become a beacon of hope, a source of courage in the darkest moments. Take, for example, a young Muslim in Sudan. He lost his home during severe flooding, his belongings swept away, and his family displaced. Despite the overwhelming loss, he continued to make dua daily, asking Allah for patience, resilience, and guidance. Slowly, help arrived, not through magic, but through community support. Neighbors, friends, and local volunteers came together to provide shelter, food, and comfort. His persistence in dua not only transformed his own heart, but also became a source of connection and mercy in the world around him. Similarly, the Quran presents the story of Maryam, peace be upon her, when she was alone under the palm tree in labor and in distress. She made her heartfelt dua for relief, and Allah answered in a miraculous way, providing her comfort and sustenance in that moment of extreme vulnerability. Her story teaches us that sincere supplication can bring relief and guidance, even in situations that feel overwhelming and isolating. Pause for a moment and reflect. Look around you. Who do you know right now that needs this dua? Maybe it is a family member, a friend, or even a neighbor struggling silently. Sharing this dua or even this video could be the very thing that lifts their heart and strengthens their hope. Whose story of patience inspires you the most? Share it below so others can draw strength and courage from real examples of faith in action. Practical guidance. How to use this dua. Knowing the power of a dua is one thing. Applying it in daily life is another. The dua of Yunus, as can be a transformative tool when used with sincerity, mindfulness, and trust in Allah. Here are practical ways to integrate it into your life. Repeat it with sincerity. Speak it from the heart, not just the lips. Truly acknowledge your dependence on Allah and your own human limitations. In sujood, prostration, Lowering yourself in prayer symbolizes humility, a state in which Allah is closest to His servants. At night, the quiet hours of the night are moments of spiritual intimacy, when your dua can flow freely without distraction. During hardship, whether facing illness, loss, or uncertainty, recite this dua and let it anchor your heart in trust. Combine with good deeds and tawakkul, reliance on Allah. Dua is not just asking, it is paired with action and trust in Allah's plan. Consider a young Muslim student in India. Before every exam, he would recite the dua of Yunus as seeking clarity and calm. Though the results were uncertain and anxiety lingered, he found an inner peace that allowed him to focus, study diligently, and face each challenge with faith. Over time, he realized that the true reward of dua was not only in success, but in the calm and resilience it brought to his heart. This practice echoes the story of Prophet Zakaria, peace be upon him, in the Quran. Despite his old age, he made a heartfelt dua for a child. Allah responded to his sincere supplication by granting him Yahya as a miraculous blessing that transformed his life. This teaches us that even when circumstances seem impossible, sincere dua paired with patience and trust can bring profound results. Tonight, before you sleep, recite this dua 3 times with a heart full of trust, knowing that Allah listens and that each word carries your sincerity and hope. When is your favorite time to make dua? Share it below so others can learn how to incorporate this powerful habit into their lives. The spiritual transformation of dua is not always about immediate relief. Sometimes, the beauty of dua lies in its ability to transform the heart, strengthen patience, and cultivate resilience. Through sincere supplication, our perspective shifts. We begin to see hardships not only as trials, but as opportunities for growth and closeness to Allah. Consider a widow in Morocco who lost her husband unexpectedly. Every day, she made the dua of Yunus as seeking comfort and strength. Over time, she noticed a subtle change in herself. She found peace not just in the hope of relief, but in the act of helping others. Volunteering to care for orphans, she turned her own grief into a source of mercy and compassion, showing how dua can reshape the heart even before circumstances change. The Quran shares a similar story in the life of Prophet Ayub, peace be upon him. He lost his health, wealth, and family, yet he remained steadfast in dua. Indeed, adversity has touched me, and you are the most merciful. Through his patience and unwavering faith, Allah restored everything he had lost, demonstrating that sincere dua paired with perseverance transforms both the heart and the reality around us. Next time you face difficulty, instead of asking, "Why me?" try asking, "What does Allah want to teach me through this dua?" Shift your focus from complaint to reflection, and watch as your heart gradually finds peace and clarity. Has a dua ever changed your heart even before your situation changed? Share your experience below. Your story might inspire someone who feels lost right now. Closing message. Dua as eternal connection. Life will always bring challenges, hardships, uncertainties, and moments that test our patience. Yet amidst every trial, the dua of Yunus, as serves as a timeless reminder that Allah is always near, listening to the cries of His servants and ready to respond in ways we may not immediately perceive. Imagine a young refugee child, sleeping under a makeshift tent in a crowded camp. Before resting her head on the thin blanket, she quietly recites this dua. Her whispered words bring comfort, not only to her own heart but also to her anxious family surrounding her. In that small act, faith becomes a shield, hope becomes a light, and the presence of Allah turns despair into calm. This truth resonates deeply with the story of Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, who made a heartfelt dua for the safety of his descendants while in a barren valley. Allah answered his supplication, transforming that desolate land into Mecca, a sanctuary and refuge for millions. Just as Allah honored Ibrahim's plea, He listens to our sincere calls and protects, guides, and uplifts us in ways only He knows. Carry this dua with you, make it part of your daily life, and watch as Allah transforms your darkest moments into light. Let it be your shield, your comfort, and your reminder that no matter the hardship, you are never alone. If this dua has touched you, type Ameen and make dua for the Ummah right now. Your simple act of faith can ripple into immense blessings, both for you and for others.